Well, I'm going to make one of my all-time favorite dips for you this morning. It's guacamole, and I get a lot of you guys are asking me, how do you make a good guacamole? Well, I think one of the keys is keep it simple. I have a real good, actually, Ireland's best friend's mom is originally from Mexico, and she makes the best guacamole ever. And Carmen, if you're watching, this goes out to you, actually. She says keep it simple, and really there's almost no way to make it ahead of time. It's one of those things where it's best made fresh and then served almost immediately. So if you're looking to make guacamole for game day, it's a great thing to munch on while you're watching the Packers game. It's just a good idea to just make it right before the game starts. All right, also key, make sure you have wonderful ripe avocados. So you might want to pick up those avocados a few days ahead just to make sure they're perfectly ripe. And actually, we got some good ones here. So we're going to start out with 2 ripe avocados. And don't these look wonderful? And sometimes, like I say, you go to the grocery store and they're just a little firm yet. And so you want to buy these ahead of time. Put them in a brown paper bag and they should ripen up just perfectly for you. You don't want them to be too soft. And I think one of the things that a lot of people do is they'll, put too much in their guacamole. And if you ever go to Mexico, they'll make, a lot of times they'll make guacamole tableside, and you'll notice how simple it is. It's all about the fresh ingredients. So we're going to use 2 avocados. And guacamole, actually, I do love dips. That's one of my guilty pleasures, is sometimes I'll just have dip. Don't tell anybody, but dip for dinner sometimes. Oof, that's just such a guilty pleasure. But guacamole is one of those dips that's actually really good for you. Guacamole has that great fat in it, the good kind of fat, as long as you don't overdo it. Also, this recipe doesn't have any sour cream, no mayonnaise, nothing like that. So just really fresh ingredients. You can do it with baked chips, and you're good to go. Now, people have told me that if you actually want to make this a little bit ahead of time, if you leave the pit, put the pit from the avocado in the guacamole, it'll keep it from turning brown. Also, you can do a little lemon or lime juice, but I'm really a big believer, firm believer of just making it fresh right away. Okay, also my good friend Carmen uses a potato masher to mash it up, but I like it pretty chunky. Really important to salt those avocados. Got some kosher salt going on here. We're going to use, just because there's not a lot going on in this recipe, everything needs to be really fresh. So we've got some fresh garlic, 1 clove, finely minced. I like a little bit of red onion, again, finely chopped up. We don't want big chunks. Got to have some fresh chopped cilantro. Some tomato, again, very finely diced. This is all about the avocado, so we're just going to do a little tomato in here. And the last thing we're going to add, some fresh lime juice. Some people like a lot, some people like a little. It's up to you. And then I'm just going to, at this point, take a spoon it all together. This looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? Wow. And you know what? Pretty healthy, too. And I have to get a plug in for Living with Amy today. Today's show is all about healthy. We've got some really healthy but delicious recipes. I promise you. So make sure and watch. Plus, we're going to go to the grocery store with Packer's wife, Molly Crosby. She's a big healthy eater, and we're going to go to the grocery store with her and see how some of the choices she puts in her cart when it comes to breakfast time. A few simple changes can make a big difference to a more healthy you.